Now, James, I have to say, improv, how hard is that to do? Because like I've tried improv, it is a hard thing to do. How do you master it?
Improv is, it's unlike stand-up comedy. It's so much fun, and stand-up is also, but in stand-up, it's you, your jokes, the stage, the mic, your timing, and either you're funny or you're not. And you learn real quick which one you are. The audience will tell you. But improv is also because it's a team sport. And so it's you're up there with your great friends, and you've all decided to create together. And you've said you're going to say yes to each other, and you recognize that everything that happens on that stage is a gift. And so it's amazing because there's no necessarily the idea of mastering improv. It's that your team has decided to truly come together and create this beautiful thing that has never been seen before and will never be seen again.
I noticed, like, you're a motivational speaker, of course, but you're also very comedic, and I really like that. Now, do you think that's kind of like a way of strategy to connect to your audience, especially with college students?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I try to make audiences laugh for a couple of reasons. One is that my self-esteem requires it. And then the other is because I talk about some deep things on stage. I talk about authenticity and vulnerability. In order to get somebody to feel comfortable about those things and trust me in going down that path, I need to make them laugh first. Because when we laugh, we feel more comfortable. We kind of sit back in our chair. And so, my main speaking style is make you laugh and then punch you in the feels.
Now, James, you were heavily involved in college. Can you explain a little bit about your time in college?
Yeah, sure, man. My first year of college, I was miserable. Despite being extroverted and outgoing, I told myself a lot of stories like, nah, man, you're not cool enough, you're not funny enough, you're not hot enough, you're not whatever enough. And so I wouldn't really engage as much as I think my heart wishes I did. So I was really homesick. But then I got involved, and as soon as I got involved on campus, I started to have a sense of purpose. Because I'll be honest with you, man, like academics weren't really enough for me to make me feel like that institution could be my home. I needed a bigger sense of like, why am I here? And so getting involved really did that. And once I did that, I fell in love with my school. I saw exactly why this experience mattered, and it was awesome.
What can someone do with themselves that can make them the best leader that they can possibly be?
First, think about their stories. And to do a lot of self-reflection, because if all you're trying to do is follow a blueprint of leadership, then you will never do it the best way you personally can. It will always be inauthentic. Like if all we do is someone gets up there and reads me quotes from famous people, that's not leadership. Right? There's no heart, there's no story behind it, there's no anything. And so yes, there are ways to be a textbook good leader, but it is in our own personal nuances that people choose to trust and follow.